The word for this video is taken. As a verb, taken means to get into one's hands, possession or control, with or without force. For example, I'll take that plate off the table. As a verb, taken means to receive or accept something, especially something given or bestowed, awarded, etc. For example, the camera takes 35mm film. As a verb, taken means to remove. For example, take 2 eggs from the carton. As a verb, taken means to have sex with. As a verb, taken means to defeat someone or something in a fight. For example, don't try to take that guy. He's bigger than you. As a verb, taken means to grasp or grip. For example, he took her hand in his. As a verb, taken means to select or choose, to pick. For example, I'll take the blue plates. As a verb, taken means to adopt, select, as one's own. For example, she took his side in every argument. As a verb, taken means to carry or lead something or someone. For example, I'll take the plate with me. As a verb, taken means to use as a means of transportation. For example, he took the bus to London and then took a train to Manchester. As a verb, taken means to visit, to include in a course of travel. As a verb, taken means to obtain for use by payment or lease. For example, he took a full-page ad in the Times. As a verb, taken means to consume. As a verb, taken means to experience, undergo, or endure. As a verb, taken means to cause to change to a specified state or condition. For example, he had to take it apart to fix it. As a verb, taken means to regard in a specified way. For example, he took the news badly. As a verb, taken means to conclude or form a decision or an opinion in the mind. For example, took a dim view of city officials. As a verb, taken means to understand, especially in a specified way. For example, don't take my comments as an insult. As a verb, taken means to accept or be given, rightly or wrongly, assume, especially as if by right. For example, he took all the credit for the project, although he had done almost none of the work. As a verb, taken means to believe, to accept the statements of. For example, take her word for it. As a verb, taken means to assume or suppose, to reckon, to regard or consider. For example, do you take me for a fool? As a verb, taken means to draw, derive, or deduce a meaning from something. For example, I'm not sure what moral to take from that story. As a verb, taken means to derive, as a title, to obtain from a source. For example, As I Lay Dying takes its title from Book 11 of Homer's Odyssey. As a verb, taken means to catch or contract an illness, etc. For example, took a chill. As a verb, taken means to come upon or catch in a particular state or situation. As a verb, taken means to captivate or charm, to gain or secure the interest or affection of. For example, took her attention. As a verb, taken means of a material, to absorb or be impregnated by, dye, ink, etc. To be susceptible to being treated by, polish, etc. For example, cloth that takes dye well. As a verb, taken means of a ship, to let in water. As a verb, taken means to require. For example, finishing this on schedule will take a lot of overtime. As a verb, taken means to proceed to fill. For example, he took a seat in the front row. As a verb, taken means to fill, to use up, time or space. For example, his collection takes a lot of space. As a verb, taken means to avail oneself of. For example, he took that opportunity to leave France. As a verb, taken means to practice, perform, execute, carry out, do. For example, Perez ran in to take the kick. As a verb, taken means to assume or perform a form or role. As a verb, taken means to bind oneself by. For example, he took the oath of office last night. As a verb, taken means to move into. For example, the next team took the field. As a verb, taken means to go into, through, or along. For example, go down 2 blocks and take the next left. As a verb, taken means to have in use once recourse to. For example, take cover, shelter, refuge. As a verb, taken means to ascertain or determine by measurement, examination or inquiry. For example, take a census. As a verb, taken means to write down, to get in, or as if in, writing. For example, he took a mental inventory of his supplies. As a verb, taken means to make a photograph, film, or other reproduction of something. For example, could you take a picture of us? As a verb, taken means to take a picture, photograph, etc. of a person, scene, etc. For example, the photographer will take you sitting down. As a verb, taken means to obtain money from, especially by swindling. For example, took me for 10 grand. As a verb, taken means now chiefly by enrolling in a class or course. To apply oneself to the study of. For example, as a child, she took ballet. As a verb, taken means to deal with. For example, take matters as they arise. As a verb, taken means to consider in a particular way, or to consider as an example. For example, I've had a lot of problems recently. Take last Monday. For example, my car broke down on the way to work. Then, etc. As a verb, taken means to decline to swing at a pitched ball, to refrain from hitting at, and allow to pass. For example, he'll probably take this one. As a verb, taken means to accept as an input to a relation. As a verb, taken means to get or accept something into one's possession. For example, my husband and I have a dysfunctional marriage. He just takes and takes. He never gives. As a verb, taken means to engage, take hold or have effect. As a verb, taken means to become, to be affected in a specified way. For example, she took sick with the flu. As a verb, taken means possibly obsolete, to be able to be accurately or beautifully photographed. As a verb, taken means an intensifier. As a verb, taken means to deliver, bring, give something to someone. As a verb, taken means obsolete outside dialectal and slang. To give or deliver a blow to someone, to strike or hit. For example, he took me a blow on the head. As an adjective, taken means infatuated, fond of or attracted to. For example, he was very taken with the girl, I hear. As an adjective, taken means in a serious romantic relationship. For example, I can't ask her out, she's taken. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more word videos.